I am Emmanuel Woloko Mbua. I am the General Manager of Communications and Archives, Cameroon Baptist Convention. And talking about the mission of my department, the Communication Department of the Cameroon Baptist Convention is out to fulfill the mission of the CBC. And the mission of the CBC, amongst other things, is to proclaim the gospel holistically. And that is where we come in, because as the communication department of the Cameroon Baptist Convention, we use the mass media to proclaim that gospel. We use radio, television, we use newspapers, magazines, we even go online to see that that gospel of Christ is proclaimed holistically. In addition, we also disseminate, that is, collect, treat, and disseminate information to all CBC churches and the general public using the same mass media I just talked about. That department is very diverse. There is a part of it which has to be incorporated fully, but is still in the pipeline. That is publication, the activities that go on at the printing press. The routine of the printing press workers, when they come in the morning after their devotions, obviously, they go on to various units. Some are designers, some compile, some print, and so it's an industry. At the level of the radio stations, we have CBC radio in Bamenda, that is FM 97.2, and CBC radio Boya, that is FM 101.9. These stations operate almost using the same program grill to edify the public daily. A lot of people are frustrated, especially at this time, and it stands to the soothing music that comes from CBC radio, the powerful messages that help to build their faith and to refocus them to Christ Jesus. We also cover news items in all departments of the CBC: education, health, evangelism and missions, theological and Christian education, men, women, youth. We cover their activities and report same on radio and on newspaper. The Baptist Voice newspaper is one of the oldest publications of the Cameroon Baptist Convention. Since 1960, the Baptist Voice newspaper has been there right now, till now. The Baptist Voice newspaper used to be a kind of A4 production, which they used mostly manual typewriter. It has evolved over time and is now a tabloid of 12 pages. And it is a bi-monthly. It means we produce once in 2 months. And it captures the major activities of the Cameroon Baptist Convention. And that Baptist Voice, it's like our own gazette in the CBC, because it captures major CBC decisions, major policy issues, and it records the life of the church annually. For example, if you want to know when an activity took place, you can get to a copy of the Baptist Voice. You will see the date, you will see the venue, you will see the actors. So it's all those copies that have been produced in the past have ended up in the archives, which is another aspect under the communication department, another unit. And in the archives, it has become our collective memory as a convention. For anyone who has forgotten anything, you get back to the archives, you remember. It's the brain of the convention. So the challenges we face are multifaceted: structural, infrastructural, equipment, staffing. The future, to me, is very bright. Bright because we have been working on the ground, doing a lot of lobbying and trying to help all those who matter understand the place of communication in the CBC. And recently we have seen good faith manifested, that truly we are going somewhere. And without really letting the cat out of the bag, the administration of the Cameroon Baptist Convention is already thinking that we should have a satellite television station, and that falls directly under our sphere of operation. And that keeps us excited. We are moved. And that has helped some of us to build capacity, because the important thing about our department is that we are at the front shop. We are not at the back shop. We are those who showcase the Cameroon Baptist Convention. Therefore, we don't need mediocres in our department. About partnership, the CBC Communication Department is working in tandem with other communication departments. One, our relationship with the Ministry of Communication is very good. We are also partnering with the state broadcaster, CRTV, for we have sermons that go there almost on weekly basis, and this has been for several decades. Those are our partners that we can't take for granted. We also have other confessional radio stations like the Christian Broadcasting Service of the PCC. Our sermons pass there. We have all the community radio stations like Radio Bonakanda. Our programs, preachings pass there. I would like to appreciate, first of all, this initiative to see that people get to know what we do as a department. We will love more people to put in resources. If people come on board together, we can make it bigger, better, and brighter.